The MGB, a four-cylinder compact British roadster, was one of the first mass-produced British sports cars to achieve major sales success, both in the United States and globally. It stands as the second best-selling roadster of all time, surpassed only by the Mazda Miata, with over 500,000 units sold from 1962 until its production ended in 1980. However, that wasn't the end of the MGB story. In 1992, the MGB made a comeback with a surprising twist. Its original 1.8L inline-4 engine was replaced with a Land Rover V8, completely transforming the character of the car. The cheerful MGB evolved into the MG RV8, a modern rendition of the Shelby Cobra formula, combining a V8 engine with a lightweight British roadster design to deliver excellent performance at a reasonable cost. The MGB's origins trace back to the early 1960s, when British sports cars were gaining international attention, but had not yet conquered the mainstream market in the US. MG, a cornerstone of the British car industry since the 1920s, was known for producing charming, lightweight sports cars with engaging driving dynamics at relatively affordable prices. By the late 1950s, MG's flagship model, the MGA, began to feel outdated in terms of design, performance, and practicality. MG needed a successor that would embody its brand spirit while appealing to a broader global audience. The result was the MGB. Introduced in 1962, the MGB employed a modern unibody construction, reducing weight and improving rigidity compared to the body-on-frame MGA. Its sleek, minimalistic styling, led by MG's chief designer, was contemporary yet timeless, giving the car lasting appeal. Practical features like increased interior space and a relatively large trunk for its size helped it attract buyers who wanted a functional yet fun sports car. The MGB became popular for its nimble handling, open-top design, and attainable price point, which made it accessible to a wide range of enthusiasts. Its simplicity and reliability also made it easy to own and maintain, especially in export markets like the United States. At the heart of the MGB was a 1.8L inline-4 engine derived from the British Motor Corporation's B-Series power plant. While modest in power, producing 95 horsepower and 110 FTLBs of torque, this engine, paired with a 4-speed manual transmission, was effective for the lightweight car. With a weight of just 2,000 pounds, the MGB was fun to drive even without excessive power. Additionally, an MGB GT V8 variant was produced from 1973 to 1976, featuring a 3.5L Rover V8 engine derived from the Buick 215 V8. Although it wasn't available in the US, and only 2,500 units were produced, this was the first and only factory V8 MGB until the RV8. The MGB's suspension system combined an independent front suspension with coil springs and lever arm shocks, while the rear used a live axle with leaf springs. This setup balanced comfort and sporty handling. Front disc brakes and rear drum brakes provided adequate stopping power. During its production run, the MGB became a cultural icon, with half of the 500,000 units sold in the US alone. It embodied the 1960s and 70s idea of accessible motoring freedom, whether cruising coastal highways or winding country roads. However, by 1980, the MGB was discontinued as British Leyland, MG's parent company, believed it was competing with their new Triumph TR7 sports car. Unfortunately, the TR7 failed to gain traction even after the MGB was discontinued. By the late 1980s, under Rover's ownership, MG's reputation as a spirited sports car maker had faded. The sudden global success of the Mazda Miata reignited interest in lightweight roadsters, a segment MG had once dominated. To revive MG's image, Rover developed the MG RV8 as a stopgap product and a halo car to reignite enthusiasm for the brand. Announced in 1992, the MG RV8 reimagined the MGB by blending its heritage with modern performance and luxury. Using body shells reproduced by the British Motor Heritage Corporation, the RV8 retained the MGB's classic styling, but featured modernized muscular bodywork. Under the hood, it swapped the original 1.8L engine for a 3.9L Rover V8, producing 190 horsepower and 234 FTLBs of torque. Paired with a 5-speed manual gearbox, the RV8 could accelerate from 0 to 60 mph in 5.9 seconds and had a top speed of 135 mph. The RV8 introduced luxury to the MGB lineage, with Connolly leather upholstery, plush carpets, and a wood-trimmed dashboard. Its exterior featured 15-inch alloy wheels with wider tires for a planted stance. Although it retained a live rear axle, the suspension was revised for better composure. The RV8 weighed 2,700 pounds, 700 pounds more than the MGB, due to its larger engine and luxury features, but its ample torque kept it engaging to drive. Priced at $26,000, about $40,000 at the time, the RV8 was a niche product, finding its largest fan base in Japan, where British Roadsters held of the 1,183 units produced between 1993 and 1995, over 75% were exported to Japan, with the rest sold in the UK and a few other markets. While it wasn't a mass-market success like the MGB, the RV8 reminded enthusiasts of MG's sports car heritage and paved the way for the more affordable and modern MGF in 1995. In essence, the RV8 was a factory-built Restomod MGB before the term Restomod became popular. It was a bold move to re-release an older platform as a halo car, and its rarity and charm make it a fascinating piece of automotive history. That's why I love this car so much. Let me know in the comments below if you've heard of this car before watching this video. If not, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps me out. See you next time, car enthusiasts!